Hi, my name is Isa Obradovich, and on Tuesday, January 13th, at around 11 in the morning, I was escorted out of my middle school art student teaching placement. I have a script that I'm going to be reading from because I want to be very careful with my words. On Tuesday, January 13th, at around 11 in the morning, I was escorted out of my middle school art student teaching placement. I was informed that the district received several complaints from concerned parents about the video I posted the day before. In the video, I spoke about turning down a sponsorship from Wayfair as they sell beds to, quote, a government contractor furnishing a federal detention center for migrants near the US-Mexico border, end quote. In this video, I said ICE, and at the end of the video, I put up my middle finger while saying that I believe that ICE agents should kill. I could certainly have chosen my words better and avoided using vulgar language and gestures, but my stance remains firm. I stand on the side of humanity and will not endorse any institution who supports ICE. I have chosen to keep the video visible on my page. My values and actions are always rooted in a deep love for humanity, including love for my own community members as a first-generation child of French and Peruvian immigrants. Members of my community are actively being killed and kidnapped en masse by ICE, a rogue paramilitary force that answers to the child 34-time felon who is currently President of the United States. I stand by my message, even if my choice of verbiage could have been more tactful. For full transparency, I've posted the email I sent to the district yesterday following my termination. Thankfully, I have the privilege of not needing to student teach in order to graduate. I've chosen to not pursue another student teaching placement since I figured similar issues would arise considering the size of my audience on social media. I don't want to comprise neither my values nor those of any school district. I will graduate without licensure, which I was not planning on applying for anyways because I don't intend to teach in the United States for the foreseeable future. I have the full support of my professors, which I'm so grateful for. Since around January of last year, I have been making arrangements to move to France after I graduate in May 2026. I'm a dual citizen and have been speaking French since before I even learned to speak English. I'm going to be fine.
I wish the majority of these raging liberals would actually leave the United States of America because it is so funny to me how they can be so situationally aware, where they can go through all of this schooling, but they've never been taught how to control themselves and how what you say and what you believe should not have any place inside of a classroom unless the actual class itself calls for it. And I have a strong doubt that that's not the case when it comes to middle schoolers. I always say that you have to be very, very careful. And I think people care more about their social media following and presence than they do about the actual profession that they are doing because they don't see it as meaningful, which is one of the reasons why people feel compelled to give their opinion and or say something incendiary when they don't agree with something inside a culture because in a lot of instances, they wind up get fired and then lose all of their ability to pay for themselves or take care of themselves.